waiting for my turn. At each and every stop, I became a better man. Hence, I'm so
We are out here at Turn On, Turn Off. Who is it tonight? 2 minutes of your time. We out here at Africa Dumi Productions. As you can see, the colors are blue. It's A-Swang all the way. Taste food. It's your boy Tatted, aka Mr. Smooth Operator. But not only, guys, am I looking good and feeling good, I have a very lovely guest with me. Guys, she has 7 titles. Number 7, like Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm telling you. We have the one and only Lebogang in the building. Whoa, 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 whoa. How are you feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, and I'm actually so happy to finally have you here because we've been wanting to, chop it up, and I know I'm not the only person that's excited to get into everything as well.
Yeah.
So before we go in too much and everything else into the work, right? I would like for you to just take us through what you do, what you're about. If someone is getting to hear your voice for the very, very first time, can you just tell us about yourself? A short bio, nothing too hectic. But don't say also where you live because, hey, we have creeps in this
Yeah. So my name is Ramathibela. I'm 19 years old. Mm-hmm. I live in Germiston and I model and I host events. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm also acting there and there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, like you said, modeling, acting, and you're literally from the East as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to the East, right? As we're talking about the things that you're doing and everything else, I would like for you to tell us, since you're into modeling and everything else, can you just take us into what sparked your passion for you to be like, you know what, I actually love this, but now I'm going to operate it as a whole career as well?
So, growing up when I was still little, I was into fashion. Okay. I always wanted to be a fashion designer until I decided to enter my first pageant. I was 16 when I entered my first pageant. 16. Because I was always into fashion design because of the glamorous dresses and everything. That's all I wanted it for. I was like, you know what, one day I'm going to design these dresses for all these beautiful queens and everything. Until one day I was like, no, wait, I can be the queen. Because why not be the queen, And then I entered my first pageant when I was 16 and then I won. And then from there I was like, okay, you know what, this is actually my passion, and that's actually how it started.
That's very beautiful because not many people can have the story like yours. As you're saying, you started when you were 16, but you literally won your first pageant that you went into because, other people try for years and years.
Yeah.
They don't even enter into the top 10. They just enter and then it's like, people don't vote. They don't have the support, right?
Yeah.
But as we even talking about that, since you're talking about what the first pageant you won, that's big talk right there. So I want us you actually to take us through everything from your first pageant. How did it feel to win? But not only the winning, I want you to also take us through how everything started, what you had to do, because you don't just win. You have to do a lot of things at the same time.
My first pageant was actually very nerve-wracking because I didn't know what I was doing. It was my first pageant, I had an idea of what's expected of me from, me watching pageants all the time and seeing videos and everything. But obviously, it's my first one. I'm competing with girls that have been in the industry for a long time. I had a coach. I had a life coach.
So you had your own coach, Carter.
Yeah, I had a life coach. I didn't necessarily have a pageant coach, but she also helped me with my pageant stuff. And she helped me with preparations and everything. I remember I competed around September. It was around the 3rd of September. Somewhere there.
Around these times.
Around these times, actually, my first pageant was Miss Teen East Rand.
Okay.
And then, I won. I didn't believe it at first, but then I worked very hard. So, I think with hard work and dedication, you can do anything. Yeah.
That's very so beautiful because even when you talk about your journey, as you're saying, you had to work hard because some people would see like, okay, we're seeing this lovely lady here, she's winning. They think, okay, she just wins, But as you're saying, you even had like a coach, which I think is something that even most people, when they think of it, they don't even consider that as much. So with you having to do all of those things, how do you deal with the pressure as well? Because going from starting to top 10 to number 1, there's a lot of pressure,
I think, believing in yourself. Actually, let me tell you about my matric journey. Okay. So in matric, I did pageantry. I was doing hosting. I had to go represent South Africa internationally. It was a lot, right? But I think with time management and just believing in yourself, you can get through it. You know, when you know that you can do it, you end up doing it anyway. Because I mean, I was in matric, I was doing all these things, I had to miss exams. There's a lot of things that I had to miss, but then, you know, I got through it and I pulled through. Yeah.
I'm even like so interested in hearing your story as you're saying matric, because matric time, there's a lot going on, as you've been saying, exams, there's a lot of things that are pressuring you. So imagine that pressure not only from the modeling but from school as well, because you know, so parents are like, yo, we want literally those marks coming, you know, we want everything proper. So I love the fact that you actually had to go through that. But to ease off things and go into the next segment, we're going to play a game, Face or Flop. So with this game, I'm going to show you a couple of faces, iconic females. You have to guess their names. If you get it correct, face card is saying tick, tick, tick like yourself. And then if you get it incorrect, the face card is declining.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Wait, you were saying you don't know a lot of people. Let's see. First person.
Natasha Tahani.
Alright. Okay. Next person.
Tuli.
Tuli
P.
Yeah, Tuli Vogolo. Alright. Next one. You have
DJ Zinhle.
Alright. So you're not bad. You were saying you don't know a lot of people, but you're literally getting everything correct.
Amanda.
Dubois.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was literally thinking
you're gonna show me people that I don't know, but yeah.
Because there's literally other people there when they play. There's someone that even got like literally everyone wrong. They were like, they don't know these people because
I thought that was gonna be me.
Yeah, I have different people. So when you said you didn't know, I was like, okay, I'm gonna cook her. She's gonna be getting chopped. But I like that actually, you know. So we're gonna go into the next segment, right? As I was showing you the iconic females and everything, we're gonna go into the bus stop. So with this bus stop, you're gonna see the colors, South African flag. It's looking lovely. You know, we're gonna hop onto this bus. But before we hop onto this bus, since you're a model, right? I would like for you to tell us, if you had to choose 5 models from South Africa, who would you choose in your bus that are like doing the most and that inspire you as well?
Okay. Zosbini Tunzi, number 1.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Ndavino Gary. I don't know if you guys know her.
Okay, people will see on there.
Ndavino Gary. Shudufatu Musida.
Okay. Well, 2 more.
Lalela Mswane.
Okay.
The 5th one has to be.
1 more. And your list is literally iconic already. So just 1 more person.
Definitely Natasha. Natasha Vermaak. That's her new surname.
Okay. She literally recently.
Yeah, I know. If she sees this one day, she's gonna love the fact that I'm calling her with her new surname.
Shout out to that. And we're even talking about these people. You know, can you just choose one person? What inspires you from this person? Just any out of the people that you mentioned.
I think Natasha. So Natasha entered Miss South Africa, I think like 3 times before she had to win, and that taught me to never give up. You know, never give up on your dreams, no matter how difficult it is. Because I was so inspired by her actually when she finally won. I was so happy for her because I followed her journey from the first time she ever entered. And you know, she didn't make it the first time, the second time she didn't make it, the third time, the 4th time she took the crown. And it showed me that, you know what, it doesn't matter how many times you try. If you keep on trying, you can get there.
Yeah. And I love that you even mentioning that with her, as you saying the first time she didn't make it, because a lot of people expect whenever they start something, you have to make it, and if you fail, people feel like they need to give up, they should just rest. And as you're saying, it shows you that even if something doesn't go right the first time, doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It doesn't mean now you have to go jump off a cliff or whatever.
Definitely.
Which, going into the next segment, right? Still same segments. The next question, I want you to actually take us on this bus. We're gonna stop on the first stop, right? We're going to be looking outside. There's people walking, you know. Since you're literally in fashion, we're going to be literally there. Everyone is dressed, looking lovely, because you feel even so inspired. So for you, when it even comes to places that inspire you with the fashion, like what are those places as well?
London.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I love it because they're always elegant. They're not scared to express themselves.
London, Mandem and everything. Right? The vendor and everything,
I don't understand why they're laughing.
I also don't know, but I'm probably thinking of those gangs in London, thinking of your Central C as well.
No, but like, I love the way they dress. Yeah, they're not scared to express themselves. Even the fashion schools from that side, the way they dress, very cool.
So you wear also those dresses, like, those the colors. Okay. It shows also how confident you are.
Yeah.
So going into the next question, right? You're on this bus, as you say, you chose London. Now you're on this bus and have to literally do a speech, right? Everyone is there on the bus. Everyone that you mentioned, they look at you like, okay, can you just actually give us a speech in terms of with you, what keeps you motivated? If someone actually wanted to be in your shoes, and what do you believe are the most important things actually to be successful in your field?
I think for me, if you have a dream or a goal, never give up. Do everything in your power to get to where you are. Because, we're not going to live forever.
Thanks.
It's better for you to die knowing that you tried than for you to die knowing that you didn't try at all. So keep on going. One day you'll eventually get there. Going back to what I said about Natasha, she tried for Miss South Africa so many times and then she finally did it. So
I like that you even saying that, because people don't even think of such. Because even with myself, sometimes when I think of some things, we don't look at things from that perspective. So when you put it actually in that light, I want you, since we're talking, we're still on this bus, fella. This bus has so many iconic people, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to even the designers that you look at this side, what are like some of the brands that you love? You're like, okay, those are the type of people I would love to work with.
I think the first one, Gert.
Gert is always operates.
Yeah, because I told you I'm into like elegant dresses, Gert, new romantics. I'm into those type of brands.
That's nice. Plus with Gert, I know he's always literally, not boxing himself in. As you said, you want to be outside of the box. So as you're talking about you being a model and an actress, right? I want to dive into that section. How's your experience been on that? And where do you want to see yourself as an actor as well?
As an actor, I'm thinking of taking it seriously.
Also, you still
I haven't been taking it seriously. With acting, I entered the X Factor competition, right? I entered it once, and then I won like certificates and like a golden medal
on the X Factor,
and then I stopped.
You stopped after winning. I wouldn't stop. Imagine you win.
I stopped. That's how I'm thinking to take it more seriously, because me winning is like, okay, I have potential. So maybe I should take it more seriously.
You should.
But when it comes to acting, I can't really say much. But when it comes to modeling, I see myself competing internationally, representing the country, South Africa.
Oh, that's actually nice. For the fact, you went into X Factor and won, but you literally still like relaxed after. Because with me, I know if I won, I'd be like, yo, that's motivation. I'd be like, people will know.
And I did a monologue, so I acted alone.
Also, so you had to literally be talking.
I was
the whole time.
And also, I was doing comedy. So for me, it was very difficult because obviously you making people laugh also counts.
Thanks,
So
Also, you even had your jokes on log, whichever ones you were out there making everyone laugh. Yeah, you still maybe remember one joke, Nyana. I was literally hoping maybe we'd literally get the exclusive of the joke, But with you being actually so diverse, it's even interesting because with the comedy, I don't think a lot of people know about that. And with you doing so many diverse things, you also go to high schools and actually do activations as well. How important would you say activations are? Because some people would think, with me being a model, in order to win, I just have to, go there on the runway and then it's done. But you actually go the extra mile.
For me, it's important because I remember I was once in high school, I was once in primary, and obviously I didn't just get to the level that I'm at now.
Right.
I obviously started small, and at some point in my life, I also didn't think that I would do it. So for me, motivating others, it gives me that confidence that, okay, you can actually get there. For example, me, if I was to go to high schools and tell other children my journey, they'd be like, okay, so it's possible, because someone in the crowd is also thinking of getting to where I am, and they're asking themselves, can I even get there? So I think when there's someone that's there motivating you, telling you that it's actually possible, then you can do it. I
actually like that you even saying like with your journey you want to take them through, because I've definitely been seeing everything that you've been doing. You've been starting from a long time ago. You've been on your journey. So even when we're talking about your journey, right? With you winning so many crowns, how do you go back each and every time and making sure that you win? Because you could win once and be like, like, nah, I'm done with this, I'm relaxed, I'm cool with it, but you literally have done it 7 times. So how does someone keep on being so consistent at the same time as well?
Consistently working hard. Yeah. I think, putting in effort, dedication, telling yourself that you want this and why you want it. Obviously, you can't just say you want something.
Thanks.
You have to have a reason as to why you want it so that you know why you're working. So, yeah.
Okay. That's interesting, right? As we're talking about the things that you want and need, you're always working hard, right?
Yeah.
I want to know for you, when you're out there, when no one is around, you're there, we all have our crusty days when you're just chilling.
Yeah.
What do you do actually to be like, okay, I'm recharging, I'm gaining my strength? So what do you do?
So I like doing roller skates.
Roller skates?
Yeah, I'm a skater. Yeah, roller skating, swimming, cooking. I love to cook. Cooking and baking. And scrolling on TikTok.
That counts as well.
And doing my makeup.
Yeah. Okay, which looks great as well.
Thank you.
So, going back ways, roller skating.
Yeah.
How did that even start? Because when I think about roller skates, I'm like, I'm going to break my bones. Yeah.
I've been skating since I was 10.
10?
Yeah.
That means you're fast even with it.
I used to do gymnastics, so I've always been flexible.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, no wonder why. It literally makes a lot of sense to say you should do gymnastics. Because with like a lot of us, we wouldn't be able to do such things. Because I know, if I have to try roller skates, I'm thinking, So that means even in those times, you like see those like roller skate clubs. That means you go there, on a date and actually have a great time as well. Okay, that's really nice. Okay, you guys, you heard roller skating as well. She's literally so talented, the comedy, everything. Which we're gonna go into the next segment, right? Turn on, turn offs. But before we get into the nits and the gritties and everything, I would like for you, since you've been operating these industries, you've been operating these sections, you've been in there doing your thing, I would like to know for you, when it comes to the turn on and turn offs in terms of the things that you've experienced career-wise, what are some of the turn offs that you've had you don't wish to have for anyone else and you want them to change? So I'm
actually going to tell you guys a story.
Okay.
So in July I competed, right? For Miss Interurban East.
Okay.
I won. So we had 3 segments. We had introduction phase, creative way, and evening way. So during the creative way, I almost fell. Let me tell you. I don't want that. Nobody noticed. I played it so cool.
For real? Yeah.
So I had a routine planned up, obviously. So I walked in on the right hand side. I walked into stage, and then I had to turn back, right? So as I was facing the back, I turned back too quickly and I lost my balance. So I had to hold on to the wall. Now the wall was plastic. So the wall was like moving. So like I'm holding onto the wall. I can see, I'm falling with the wall. What's happening? What's happening? And people are just like watching. What is she doing? Like, what is she doing? I played it off so cool. And then, like, when I turned back, I acted like I had a fan as a prop. I was acting like I'm gonna like open it up, and that was not part of the routine. But I had to think fast because like people are watching me. The judges are like, you're scoring me, and then I like quickly turned and opened it because obviously I was balancing using that hand, and then I had to like quickly turn and open the fan, and then I continued with the routine. I almost fell. It was bad. It was bad because I was thinking that if I held on to the wall and I actually fell with it, what was going to happen? Exactly. Not only was I going to break the stage, I was going to be so... So yeah, that's something that I don't want to see happen again. But I played it off so cool, hey?
But the fact that you played it so cool, because now I'm imagining of everything. Imagine now they're like, yo, you literally made the whole event now. You're going to be ruining the entire event.
I had to think so fast. And not only did I turn back and like had to open my fan quickly, so that people can see that there's something happening back there. I had to act like I had a hat as well, and it was like to one side. I had to act like I'm turning it to the other side, and I was so smooth with it, like they didn't notice a thing. Because
I'm trying to picture the whole thing as you're explaining it right now, and I'm imagining. I'm like, yo, I can imagine how you have to play it so cool, especially with those like plastic walls. 1 minute you touch it, it falls.
Yeah, because I'm thinking it's a normal wall, so I'm gonna touch it, then I'm gonna like land back on my feet. Now I'm touching it and I'm falling with the wall. What's going going on. Yeah.
It's literally not working. But you actually operated, and to even have that confidence to come in, because a lot of people, if that would happen, they'd lose their confidence.
Yeah.
And be
like freeze on stage. Yeah. I think maybe that's where the problem starts. Sometimes people don't even realize that, no, you're making a mistake. You're the one that's showing them that, no, I messed up, because nobody knows your routine. You're the only one that knows your routine. So even if you make a mistake and maybe like you missed a turn somewhere, you can fix it and nobody's gonna notice.
Thanks. Because a lot of times the people really will overthink. So would you say also thinking on your feet is actually very important in this way? It
is. You have to think fast, because I mean, if I didn't think fast, it would have been over for me. It would have been
a disaster, and to a point you actually ended up winning. So that whole thing to your favor. Okay, so as you're talking about that, what's some of the experiences you've had? You're like, okay, this moment, as much as you won the 7 crowns and you've been to so many different places, right? But what's like that moment for you go like, that time I really, really had such a great time?
I think when I won my first national pageant. So it was the biggest teen pageant in South Africa, Miss Teen Universe South Africa. So that was the first time I was actually representing Gauteng, competing, with South Africa. It was scary because I was competing with girls from all 9 provinces. It was my first time competing with the whole South Africa. It was like the biggest teen competition. So, you're competing with girls that have been in the industry.
For some time.
I was, at that time, I had won, I think, like 3 titles.
So it wasn't even like now.
No, but it was still scary because, it was obviously all on local level, That was like the first time I was going on national level. So me winning was, it was a big moment for me. Because it's like, you actually did it,
You didn't even do it like locally. You went ahead and actually had the entire country. So it's so different. To miss literally, you didn't play. You didn't play, so definitely you are one that can deal with a lot of pressure. And as we're talking about the turn on, turn off, now we're gonna switch it up a bit, going to the knit and gritties, with you looking lovely and everything else. I want to know from you, when it actually comes to the turn on and turn offs, what are they when it comes to relationships? You're like, okay, I'm gonna be with this guy, this is what I look for, he has this, it's tick, tick, tick. You can just tell us 3.
When it comes to relationships,
when looking for a partner. When looking for a partner,
I'm not looking for a partner though.
One day when you you're gonna be like, okay, maybe my guy wants him to work hard. I don't want him to be
I'd want him to be like me, because obviously we need to motivate each other, He needs to be doing something as well so that I can motivate him and push him. I need to be doing something as well. So someone tall, dark skinned,
So light skinned nigga.
No, we can't both be light skinned. We can't both be light skinned.
So shorts as well. So what if you're short, dark skinned,
if you're short, you see the type of heels I wear. If you're short, what if now we're going to events and now we have to be on the red carpet? What's gonna happen if you're short?
We're looking up.
It's not gonna look right.
So Aisha, so my people, and then when it comes to the turn off, but you just mentioned them now, as you're saying you don't like shorts as well. I want you to dive us, more, especially when it comes to acting, right? Who are the actors that inspire you, since you spoke about the modeling and everything else? Actors that, especially, let's say maybe one from here, if you have one.
And from South Africa, it has to be, let me think, I have a lot.
Oh, there's a list. Can tell us too.
Natasha.
Oh, so it's literally Natasha.
No, there's Natasha Tahani and then there's Natasha Vermaak.
Oh, now you mean Tahani.
Okay, the one that I was talking about, Vermaak,
Okay, that makes sense. And why her out of everyone?
Why her?
Because there has to be a reason, because there's a lot of great actors. So for you to go for her specifically, there has to be a reason behind that.
I just love her. She started small. I've been following her journey, from her being Entle on Scheme Sa. She's been in the industry to literally going on Blood and Water, she's been in it. And, seeing her go from literally at a small level to going internationally and everything has been a great thing to experience.
Thanks.
So,
Facts. And as you've been talking about enter from Scheme Sum, I had forgotten about that.
Forgotten.
I had forgotten about that part, literally, because we see her now doing all of these international gigs, literally on Blood and Water.
I think that's why I like her, because I've been following her journey and seeing her literally go from step to step. Shows that with hard work and dedication, you can get anywhere.
Talk that talk, you know. And as we've been talking about like all of those things, right? I want you to actually tell us what are some of the career you wanna like dive into. For the things you mentioned with the modeling, acting, but the things that you haven't told us about yet. You're like, okay, this is something that people don't know about me, but in future I want to actually try to venture into it.
I don't know.
So you just want to go fights in the things that you mentioned?
Well, obviously, I'm in school as well. I'm thinking soon I'll be opening my own business.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Boss lady right there.
And I think I want to really get into presenting, like a radio presenter. I've been hosting, like I've been an MC, but maybe try something new and be like a radio presenter. I've been on radio a couple of times. I know how it works. So yeah, also on TV, you know. So yeah, maybe like TV, radio presenter. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to try that.
That would actually suit you, because even the way you project yourself and when you talk, someone can hear you clearly. You know, you're not breaking along the way. What is this person saying? Can I even come closer?
Yeah.
So definitely that would actually suit you. And as we're talking about like some of the things you want to venture into, would you ever start your own line where we see you like, okay, now she has her own brand?
Yes, you know? Definitely. Yeah. In the future, definitely.
Okay, with your line, what would you have? Like lip gloss, clothes?
Clothes.
Yeah.
Clothes.
Yeah.
Clothes or makeup.
Okay.
If it was to be makeup, it wouldn't only be lip gloss. So that's why I'm saying clothes or makeup. Okay. And maybe even shoes. Yeah. Do everything. Why stop there?
Exactly.
You know, clothes, shoes, makeup, and hair maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
I love to like get into everything. I think I've done everything except for singing. Because I can't sing. If I could sing, I would also be a singer.
Yeah. I literally put you on the spot to be like, yo, can
I'd also be a singer. So yeah.
Yeah, I was literally going to ask you, like, you know, can you just do a young 8 bar 16?
Okay.
But I mean, that's fair enough. For the fact that you don't even force it, I love that. Because other people, you find them on Idols wouldn't mind. They know they can't sing, but they there taking literally the speaker, right? And as we've been talking about those type of things, a lot of people need motivation on a daily basis, because, you know, life can be hectic. A lot of things can happen. But I want us to like bring it back before we close off. I want you to leave us with a few words of motivation for other people that look at you like, okay, you know, she's doing so many things and she still continues doing so many things. There's a lot of great things coming. So can you just leave us with a few words of motivation?
No matter how hard it gets, keep on going. Because with me, there's been so many times where I felt like, why am I even doing what I'm doing? Because it gets very hard. It gets very, very hard. You know, you feel like everything doesn't make sense, you know. But then you need to keep on going, because, like, for example, with pageantry, your aim and your goal is to wear that crown on your head. So if you stop, how are you going to wear the crown on your head? You know? So you need to keep on going no matter how hard it is, because at the end of the day, you can't get anything easy. You know, what comes easy goes easy. Easy come, easy go. You know, so anything that you get hard, best believe me, it was worth it. So yeah, I think no matter how hard it gets, keep on going. Yeah, you're gonna eventually get there. Yeah,
those are very like motivational words. And you know, as you're saying, shortcut, as I know with everyone else, myself, we love, you know, even cold drink money, we love the shortcut. You know?
Shortcut doesn't work.
We literally love shortcuts. So I love the fact that you even like saying that, you know, which before we close off and everything, I want to say thank you for coming through. Literally enjoy the company. It's a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to having you again in future.
I'm definitely also looking forward to coming back.
Alright, guys, that brings us to the end of the show. This is Turn On, Turn Offs. I go by the name of Tatted, aka Mr. Smooth Operator. We out here at Africa Do Me Productions. S1EP4, and we are out.
Waiting for my turn.